LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you.
LoveLine.
Indeed it is, and mercifully it is LoveLine with just Dr. Drew without Adam. But joining me tonight is Jimmy Kimmel.
Come on, Drew.
Yes. Yeah, right. Yeah, don't even try. Please don't. My God. Oh, you guys, come on. I've been pummeled here with memories that gone bad. Listen, the number is 1-800-LOVE-191. It is LoveLine. Tonight's guest is the authoress of the whole lesbian sex book, and she'll be into the second segment. Tomorrow night we've got coming up Corn, and night after that is Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, right?
No, they dropped the pizza place now. It's just the two guys.
Oh, is that? Let's see how much television I watch.
I'm cutting the girl out for next year, unfortunately. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's what I hear, yeah. No,
sure.
I don't know.
No, Jimmy. Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel from Emmy Award-winning Jimmy Kimmel's from Win Ben Stein's Money, and from none other than The Man Show. But I have to hear so much crap about The Man Show every night. Can we just focus on Ben Stein's Money tonight?
Dr. Drew's a born solid physician.
That's right.
And you'll have the fax number.
And your friend has been in quite a mood lately, by the way.
Yeah, I know. And he's been very unpleasant lately.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. You should have seen him last night. Of course, we're talking about Adam, but last night we went out for dinner, and they told us it would be 45 minutes, and then they said, we'll try to get you in quicker because you have to, and they weren't really getting us in quicker, and he became very, very agitated, and he was really upset and really cranky. I was like, hey, Adam, relax.
It's a restaurant.
Unacceptable.
He came after me. He all last week, it was, I'm a genius, so you know, and I carry you, and you're so lucky to have me, and wait till you go to those colleges, you'll see, quote, you'll see how hard I work. I went, it was like easy. It was like, no problem.
You'll see how hard I work.
No problem. And I came back and said, Adam, first of all, it was Illinois Wesleyan in Peoria, Illinois.
Yeah.
4,000 kids pissed.
Right.
At Adam.
Right, because he wasn't there.
Because he bailed out 2 days before. And not hard work. Good show, no problem.
Yeah. Well, you know what you're doing, Drew. You know, the thing about Adam, he was explaining to my another friend of ours, Daniel, the other day that he's an atheist, and, he's an atheist and this and that. And Daniel said, no, you're not an atheist, you're an apathist. Maybe even a napathist you could go for. Because I thought it was Jack. Adam really, anything, I thought it was Jack. If you had any idea, his disinterest.
Right. So we're going to go to the calls. Again, tonight our expert is on lesbian love, I guess, right?
I think it's lesbian sex more than love.
Well, it's all the same. So here, we'll start with phone calls. The number again, 1-800-LOVE-191. I'm Dr. Drew. That's Jimmy Kimmel. Jessica's our first caller. She's 21. Jessica.
Hi, Dr. Drew. I just recently had a baby last month, the 2nd of last month. And when I went in to talk to her about prenatal care, she diagnosed me with genital warts.
Mm-hmm.
And after I had the baby, they seemed to have spread down into the anal region.
Yeah.
And I keep hearing you say that it's connected with ovarian cancer.
No, anal cancer.
Oh, anal. And I was wondering if there's any potential risk for that, and if I get.
Oh yeah. Well, it's cervical cancer, number one. And that you definitely have the risk. Well, you have some risk for that. And if they persist, you have a very high risk for that. So it's important that you get it treated. And then anal cancer, number two, and they're moving into that region, and that's what adds the risk for anal cancer. So you really need to have these things treated, Jessica.
I never heard of anal cancer. They have cancer for every part, don't they?
Every cell type can go nuts, and that becomes a cancer.
And are anal warts like regular warts, like a wart you get on your finger or something?
No. They can look kind of nasty like that.
Because I think I have one on the bottom of my foot I'm getting, and it hurts.
Well, that's a planter's wart.
That's a planter's wart.
That looks like white
peanuts.
If you yank it out, it looks like
cardboard
a planter's peanut.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
How do they? I know that they freeze.
They can freeze them, burn them, laser them. There's now there's a new Miquimod. What's the name of that cream? Think of it. There's a cream you can use on the outside, not on the inside. And the doctor will have many different options for treating them, but
what about for men? Is it the same? Because my husband has contraction now also, and I don't know what they exactly have to do in order for him to be treated.
Maybe if they got crabs, they can nibble them off.
No, the cream. I almost have the name for that cream. It's like Aerogel or something. What the hell is it? Anyway, the cream is really good for guys, and again they can be burned or laser depending on the size of them.
And it actually works pretty quickly.
Yeah, but you've got to get it taken care of, and it's going to be something that's not going to go away and stay away. It's going to be something you're going to need to manage for a little while, all right?
Oh.
I can tell you,
But it's not a big deal. Just deal with it, and make sure your screening for cervical cancer is regular and careful.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
I don't have anything like that, but I'm thinking of getting some of that cream just, in case. It couldn't hurt, right?
Not having that? That's all right. 3, I'll be happy with you. Angela,
Hi.
19.
I'm 19, and I'm from Fontana. When me and my boyfriend have sex, when he comes in me, it burns.
Are you really 19?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he drinking a lot of grapefruit juice?
I have no idea. It, burns really bad.
I wonder if you already have something going on, and that's just irritating. Does it hurt otherwise?
Afterwards, for a couple of days.
But let's say before he ejaculates, is there anything that burns or hurts or?
Nope.
But, Drew, shouldn't her boyfriend be wearing a condom anyway?
Yes.
When she's 19 years old?
Yes.
Why isn't your boyfriend wearing a condom?
I don't make him. He went and got tested. We both did, and he was clean, and I'm on ortho.
Yeah.
Cycling.
So they've done the necessary precautions. And
Yeah, we've done everything. We went and got tested for everything.
you might also try a condom to see if that prevents all this from happening.
I'm allergic to latex.
Oh, boy. You think you might be allergic to his semen?
They have some new ones made out of linoleum you might want to try.
Well, they have them out of polyurethane. You could try that, but it sounds like you might be allergic to semen, too. Or you're getting some sort of vaginitis, some sort of bacterial infection or overgrowth that occurs from disturbing the normal flora and fauna in there.
Yeah, because I go see the gynecologist regularly, and they said nothing's wrong with me. I just don't understand why it burns.
Could it be him? Could it be something he's eating?
You worry more about an allergic type reaction.
Yeah. Well, I hope my wife doesn't get wind of this. You can be allergic to someone's semen thing because I guarantee you she'll develop it.
Should we call her again tonight?
No, let's not.
Jimmy
that was not good last time.
Jimmy was my guest on drdrew.com about a month ago.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
And
except for the part where you made me call my wife.
That was very interesting.
Yeah.
Although we did put a highlight reel together. We've had all these interesting people like Andy Dick and Blink-182. You weren't on the highlight reel.
I
I'm
wasn't?
very disappointed. I'm going to have to see what happened.
Well, if I had made that highlight reel, I guarantee I would have been on it.
On that site, though, tonight, there's an interesting article on how to choose a therapist and what happens when you go see a therapist. I think it's worthwhile people checking that out after thinking about getting some mental health help. Kevin is 20.
Yes.
Yeah, what's going on?
My girlfriend's mom, totally hates me.
Well, I don't blame her. I'll tell you that. Why does she hate you?
Because it might be the age difference, but she thinks I'm a little extreme for her daughter.
How old is the daughter?
She's 16, and I'm 20.
What do you look like? Oh, well, you're 20. And what's your thing?
The extreme thing.
I'm an alternative person. I live in a small town, but I'm not from a small town.
What does extreme mean?
You know how stuff you see on MTV, the way Power Man 5000 dresses, or people like that.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
You can understand, though, why her mother might not like you, right? I mean, you just walking in, you're 4 years older than her. You're basically committing statutory rape, aren't you?
Absolutely.
And then you look like you're a rock star. Only really you work at the Burger King.
McDonald's.
Well, I apologize.
That's cool.
Yeah, but you can understand her mom's point of view, right?
100%.
So you're going to have to maybe work a little extra hard or start dating girls somewhere in your legal range to get her mom to like you.
Right?
Well, if I date other people, then her mom wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Good point.
I'm guessing it ain't going to last anyway, so don't worry about it.
Are you having sex with her? Or are you intending to?
Not if we're together for that long, we're going to wait till marriage.
Wow. See, Kevin, I got a real sense Kevin is looks one way but isn't.
Really?
He's a smart guy. He's astute. He's tuned into what he's empathic of mom's opinion.
Kevin,
right? Of course, mom's freaked out by me.
cares.
I'm 20. I look like hell. Yeah.
Kevin, you really you want to wait till the two of you get married?
Yes.
I believe him.
Do her parents know that?
Her parents probably wouldn't even believe it.
Yeah.
Well.
This is what Kevin's used to people not accepting him because of the way he looks.
And does this upset her that her parents don't like you?
Extremely.
Well, why don't you clean up your act a little? I mean, maybe it's worth it to her.
Yeah, well,
I know you probably have your thing, and the
way
customers at McDonald's expect a certain look from their pickle salesman, but maybe you want to appease them somewhat, or at least sit down and talk to them. Say, look, I know I look like a freak. I know I work at McDonald's. I know I'm 4 years older than your daughter, but I'm an all right guy, and it's important to me that you like me.
I talked to my girlfriend about, just changing so her parent would to accept me, and she does not want that.
Yeah, write him a letter. No, I see. She's dating you to piss them off.
I see.
Yeah.
Because you are kind of a good guy, and that will come across eventually. And I think that's your only possible course of action, which is to hang out with Mom till she gets to know Kevin as Kevin and not Kevin as
once she starts
Rob
liking
Zombie.
Kevin,
Kevin plays Rob Zombie.
The girl's gone.
Yeah.
She's done with Kevin.
It's true.
Yeah.
You're right.
Don't bother.
Samantha, 13.
Yeah.
Hi. God,
Hi.
Jimmy, since you've been on tonight, we have Jimmy Kimmel as my co-host. Adam is away in Las Vegas. We got to explain where he is. He's hosting the Billboard Awards.
That's right. If you're listening on the East Coast to this
it's
show,
tonight.
You'll have missed it already.
Right.
But
Right.
it's tomorrow night on Fox. And it's Adam, and then, Drew, were you
Kathy.
invited to do the show with him?
Yeah, but I declined.
I wasn't invited to do the show with him. So it's Adam and
Kathy
Griffin. Yeah. Kathy Griffin would be in mine and Drew's spot.
Hey, don't feel bad. At least they didn't make a commercial with somebody dressed up, being you.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that
they
really-
did do that, but it was actually me, so it wasn't so bad. Yeah, I saw that. I saw their commercial. It's like a LoveLine parody kind of thing, and they got this, goateed gay guy playing Adam. You notice that?
Oh, the Dr. Pepper commercial?
I don't know what
I heard about
product
it.
is.
I heard
Yeah.
about it.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it, but I saw the one that Adam is in where they have somebody else playing me. The guy, the AT&T thing.
Oh, you think the guy's playing you on that thing?
Is wearing my glasses, dressed like me.
No, but he
says, you're the smart guy, you're the stable.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Good. I'm glad they think it's you, not me.
Yes, I know it's Sean Hayes. I like Sean Hayes, but I don't want to disparage Sean. I mean, the fact is they didn't trust enough that I could play myself.
Well, there's a theory in commercials that certain networks won't run commercials if a team is on together.
What?
Yeah, that it's considered a promotion for a show if there's more than one person from that show on the commercial, and that's why.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like, for instance, those beer commercials.
And I know that MTV would not want to break that record of never having had one molecule of promotion. For
well,
that
you
show,
got
so.
when it's going on this long, why mess with it?
Samantha, 13.
Uh-huh.
What's going on, Samantha?
Oh, yeah. Well, me and my boyfriend, broke up, and we had been going out for 4 months, and, he was, really close with my friends, and I was, I always talk to his friends, right? And so, when we broke up, he says, well, I don't really want to break up with you, it's just, and he tried to use that line on me. He's like, it's not you, it's just me, and I'm having difficulties in my family, and it's just so confusing, but I want to see if there's anything else out there, and if there isn't, well, then I'll come back, but I just want to separate for a while.
All right, what would you like from us?
I want to know because I'm still in love with him, right? But I want to know if I should ever get back with him. Because
Ever, it's hard. It's hard to say never, but don't plan on it.
How old is he?
He's 14.
Oh, he's got the moves down already at 14. I'm confused at this or that. It's very mature.
Got to see what's out there. I'll be back.
I was still spitting on girls and stealing their combs when I was 14. In fact, I'm still spitting on girls, but I leave their combs alone now. Listen, this guy, he wants to go out and see when he's 14. He wants to go test the water. What do you think you guys are going to get married?
No, I'm not that unrealistic. I don't know. It was just this perfect thing, and then
No.
I had lied to him about my age.
See, it's not so perfect, was it?
We had this whole trusting thing, and then after I told him that I had lied, it's completely went away, and then he started acting not interested in me, and then the other day we were talking because he goes, I want to be your friend still, right? So we were talking on the phone, and then he goes, so do you have anyone else in your love life? And I go, well, I don't know, and then he goes, well, I just want you to know that I don't care at all, and I wouldn't care if you paid me to care.
All right, well, stop going out with him.
No,
It's not like he stopped it already.
He's done. Just don't pretend he's not coming back. If he ever does, great. Maybe, and not so great, frankly, but at least you perceive it as great.
Oh, you remember do you remember being that age? And I tell you what, there were girls like the cheerleader or whatever in the school that if you told me at 13, listen, marry this, you have the option to marry this girl right now. Will you do it? I said, absolutely.
Are you kidding?
Are you kidding me? That's what a deal.
Yeah, what a deal. It's like, oh my God. Dream come
You
true.
sell your soul.
Exactly. Joe, 16.
Hi. Let's see, my parents, they put me on Prozac.
They put you on Prozac?
Well, they had my psychiatrist put me on Prozac.
They had your psychiatrist put you on.
They paid for the psychiatrist who decided he needed to be on Prozac.
Got it. Okay.
Well, anyways, yeah, I'm on Prozac. I was wondering, like, are there any side effects, like weird things that would happen if I was like smoking weed too?
Yeah, it's not going to work very well. You're right. Well, a great side effect, that combination will shut down your libido pretty nicely.
Really?
Do you know what libido means?
Your sex drive?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, it's and weed is a further depressant, so it's going to worsen your mood problem. I don't know of any specific side effects from that combination. It certainly isn't a good combination. What are you experiencing?
Well, no, I just started like a couple weeks ago. Or not a couple weeks, a couple days ago.
The real problem is you're addicted to weed, though, right?
Well, no, I don't. It's not like I do it all the time. Like maybe once every other week or something.
So very occasionally.
Yeah.
All right. Once you not do it, it's not a great thing when you're on Prozac.
All right.
Do you lie to your parents and tell them you're not smoking weed?
I bet it doesn't come up.
No.
No, because maybe they think that he's depressed because he's smoking weed and he's not telling me he's smoking weed.
Well,
maybe he's just stoned, and they think he's depressed.
Right, that's the common situation.
Right.
And plus the weed will make him very depressed too. So, all right, Joe, psychiatrists don't put young people on Prozac for no good reason. Okay, there must be something going on.
All right.
Right. So kind of stay in treatment. Maybe even get somebody to do a little talking with you, talk therapy.
Well, I am in therapy.
All right, sort things out a little bit. I mean, the idea is to help you. The idea is so you feel better, so you don't make any big mistakes that affect you the rest of your life, and so you don't have a miserable time in your adolescence. You do well, all right?
Okay.
All right. See you later.
All right, man.
Oops. Here we go. Lisa, release Nicole so I can talk to her.
Release Nicole.
Nicole. Nicole?
Yeah?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
What's going on?
Okay, I'm with my boyfriend, and I totally love him.
Oh.
And, we're having sex, and I just don't know if I should tell him that I have warts.
Well, he'll find out soon enough. Are these warts catching through the radio?
No, Jimmy, but you probably already have. I mean, something like 30% of the population, people in their 20s in their urban centers,
Really?
they're extremely common.
Oh, thank God I never got any sex.
Okay. They are really, really common. Okay.
Okay, see, that's the thing. Like, I had them, and then my doctor said that they're not reoccurring, and then I went back, and then she said they are. And But it's like you don't know, and people have gone 10 years without getting them again, and I had them frozen off.
Well, it's even more complicated than that, really. Even if the wart itself doesn't recur, it doesn't mean the virus has gone away.
Yeah, I know the virus is in me, like, forever.
Well, but no, not necessarily. There's some data recently that shows the virus can go away, but for the people for whom it does persist, those are the ones that are at highest risk for cervical cancer.
See, so how do I know, like, if...
You don't. You really don't. You
So
don't.
what do I do?
Should she tell him?
Condoms. Tell him.
right.
He has them too. Don't worry.
How old is he?
He is 20.
Yeah, don't worry. He won't care. It's whatever. Did I still get sex? Oh, good. All right. All right.
Let me think. All right. You'll be all right, Nicole, but stay regular pap smears, maybe twice a year, right?
Okay.
Is that what they told you to do?
Yeah.
All right, do it.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right.
A lot of people call and they already been told. They're just looking for you to repeat it to them.
Yeah, and I just want to say, I just realized that tonight, let's see, we're 18 minutes into the show. We've already done more calls than we normally do an entire show.
Yeah, well, it's because Adam talks a lot.
Somebody sit back and start pontificating
for Christ's sake,
carrying on.
Thanksgiving, my wife was going to put some cranberry sauce on the table, some canned cranberry sauce, and it was the day after Thanksgiving. And I said, "What are you doing?" She says, "I'm opening a can of cranberry sauce for the left." And I said, "Put that away." I was not kidding. I don't want to hear the goddamn cranberry sauce thing again. I've heard it 3 times this year. I don't want to hear it. Because once he gets started, he can't stop. Well, plus, he closes his eyes so he can't see you telling him, Yeah, he's crazy.
He's been in a particularly foul mood lately, too, so it's been...
well, with all the canned cranberry sauce in the world, how could you blame him?
He's really... I hope this week goes successfully for him, because he will not be livable. Although, of course, if it's successful... He comes in inflated from that, too, and that's not so good either.
He'll come back strong. He'll be fine. Wait till you start the man show up again and I start beating on him.
Would you please? Seriously, I think that's the problem. He's just gotten out of control. You got to pull his chain.
Yeah. Yeah.
What exactly do you do to Howie? Because he never talks about that. Because Jimmy, he's a genius. Okay.
I know. Well, he is a genius. I'm gonna give him that. But he's the world's laziest genius. I mean, he really. The guy is. I mean, real. You wouldn't believe what went on this week. We were in the middle of this huge thing, this big deal. Like, oh, Adam, you want to find out, how much it is? He's like, I'm gonna take a nap. I said, are you serious? He's like, yeah, just tell me when I wake up.
This was which deal was this now?
Oh, I'll tell you.
Your movie thing.
No, it had nothing to do with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he didn't care.
He doesn't care. No, he doesn't care about anything. He's got enough money now to lay in his bedroom and watch his porno movies and occasionally fly his model airplanes for the rest of his life. That's it.
He can die now.
Yes.
Gender 21.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, what's going on?
Good. Nothing. Thanks. So I kind of have a question.
Yeah.
I've been dating my boyfriend now for 2 years, and we've been living together. And anyway, lately there's this girl at work, and I'm kind of interested in her. I don't know what it is. I've never had feelings like this before.
All right, hold on, Ginger. We've got Felice Newman coming in here after the break. She is the authoress of the whole lesbian sex book.
I bet they don't like authoress.
Author, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm guessing. We'll find out when she gets in.
Somehow I thought that would be more PC.
No, I guarantee that's bad.
All right, I'm with you.
If you can make it more masculine, in fact, it might be better.
All right, but after the break, we'll get to this question because I think it's something that she might be able to address, all right? So in the meantime, the number is 1-800-LOVE-191. This is LoveLine. Jimmy Kimmel's here sitting in for Adam Carolla, and we'll be right back.
LoveLine.
LoveLine. We'll be right.
This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio, 100.7 The Buzz.
And we're back. It's LoveLine. I'm here with Jimmy Kimmel sitting in for His Royal Highness, Adam Carolla. And tonight joining us is Felice Newman. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Good.
I've enjoyed listening this evening.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Felice wrote the whole lesbian sex book, right?
Yeah.
It's a half lesbian sex book. That's all I need, let me tell you. You got some. This is like a kind of a how-to guide on lesbian sex.
Yeah.
And I guess it's good for guys too if you're interested.
In fact, your pal out there listening was reading.
No. The guy you came with.
Oh, my buddy Don Barrett.
Yeah. He's listening. He's reading the back cover, saying, "Oh my God, I could learn how to do this."
Yeah, I know,
yes,
but Don would have to actually get a woman to participate,
well,
and that's really the obstacle.
It is. Right? Well, that is a problem if you're a man, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is, especially for Don. Yeah, Don's a sick person. But there's some really horrible things in here. And have you done all this stuff?
Jimmy was very anxious to talk about the fisting. And
fisting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But let me ask Felice first. She had something interesting that we had said or not.
Yeah. Oh, I was listening in preparation for this. I was listening last week, and there was a question that stumped you, and I knew the answer, and I was sitting at home thinking, I wish I was on the
Here's your chance.
And it was a young girl had a boyfriend who required extreme pressure on his testes to have an erection.
Oh, yeah.
And she didn't know what to do. And I thought, well, just send the boy to a toy store and buy him a cock ring. Go right online to Good Vibes and get some toys. That's right. Go to your local toy
Pokemon
store.
Cards.
That's right. You get a cock ring. You get some little cock and ball torture devices.
How do you know about the cock ring? Have you worked with cock?
Not personally, no, but I'm a sex educator, and I volunteer on a hotline, and most of the callers are men, actually.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Really, people call up to say, how do I do this?
Yeah, or how do I do this, or whatever. Right, because usually it's men who...
Is that a word we can't say, by the way?
No, I was told cock ring was... I asked. You can say cock ring on the radio.
You can. Yeah.
For the next 5 minutes.
Right.
Why do you think it is that men are mostly concerned?
I don't know. Well, I think that a lot of men feel comfortable calling this particular hotline. I'm not really sure why. Maybe...
well, they hear lesbians are going to be on the other
end. Right, exactly. We're bait.
Tell me about the cock ring again.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And the way we deal with that is we just give them the most boring information we can come up with.
Oh, really?
And then, yes, and then they go away.
No,
we give them accurate information. My book's not boring, however.
No, it's definitely not boring. And it's got some weird stuff in here. What would you say the top, if you had to give like 3 big tips on how to please a woman, what would they be?
Ask her what she likes.
Mm-hmm.
Tell her what you like. And buy some lube.
Buy some lube.
Which was the answer to the previous caller who had the vaginal irritation. There was nothing wrong with her gynecologically. You know, she probably is not allergic to semen. He probably isn't using lube. She's not lubricated enough, and it hurts like hell.
Why only when he ejaculates, though? Is what's weird. She said she didn't.
My
get
theory
it.
is that she's not lubricated enough.
She's so irritated.
And she's irritated, and then when that fluid hits,
then really, what the hell do you know? You're a lesbian, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I know from vaginas.
Yeah. All right. You know your way around a vagina.
Yeah. All right, let's take some more calls here. Hang on a second. Here we go. We're going to go to Jim, who's 13. Jim.
Hey.
Hey, Jim.
Well, my mom was diagnosed with Crohn's.
Jim, I'm going to ask you to hold 1 second. You don't mind? You'll be our next caller. But I forgot Ginger. I had on hold. Right. Ginger's 21. Ginger.
You forgot me?
Yes. Well, not really. I just overlooked you.
How can you forget a girl named Ginger who's
I
starting to
didn't
have
forget
lesbian tendencies?
you.
Yeah, I bet. All right, Ginger.
All right. So my question is, I've been with my boyfriend now for about 2 years, and lately I've been having these feelings for a coworker who's a woman, and I've really never had anything like this happen before, and I think she's interested in me, and I don't know how to go about pursuing it, or even if I should, or what should I do?
Well, I've felt that way many times myself.
No,
I have feelings for a woman, and I don't know what to do.
But not when you're with a guy.
Me?
She's with a guy.
Oh, well, she's with a guy.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of, I guess there's a couple things here. I mean, in terms of your relationship with your boyfriend, I mean, that's a separate matter. But in
Do
terms
you own
of
a cock ring? Okay, that's step 1.
Okay,
that's an advanced manual.
Right.
But in terms of the feelings for your coworker, a lot of women have feelings for other women. Some of them act on them, some of them don't. It might mean you're bisexual. It might mean you're not bisexual. You might just have a crush on this one woman. You might get together with this woman and never want to look at your boyfriend again. I mean, you really can't know.
I'm just fascinated by what's happening between men and women right now. And Ginger, hang on 1 second, all right? We will actually get to your problem in a second, but now we're going to indulge me. And what your opinion and philosophy is on why women are so much more fluid with their sexuality and men tend to be very digital. It's like they're either this way or this way.
Lesbianism is sweeping the country.
No, but women can experiment and not be lesbian.
But lately, though, wouldn't you say in the last 5 years, it's much more common?
It's extreme.
Well, Ellen helped.
Yeah, do you think so?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know that when I talk to young people in high schools and stuff, they want you to know that, but the women particularly want you to know that they are experimenting same-sex.
Right.
But they're not more lesbian necessarily.
Right. They might be, they might not be.
My sense is not. They're just
okay, I have a couple theories.
Good time to be a lesbian, I'll
it's
tell
a
you that.
great time
It's
to be
booming.
a lesbian. It's totally booming. Here's my theory. And my theory is that in our society, women aren't supposed to be sexual at all. So
Really?
Right, we're not. We're supposed to be...
But we sort of have two sides of it.
We're supposed to facilitate men's sexuality, but we're not to have we're not supposed to have our own desires.
Right,
so we can get away with some things that men can't get away with.
Oh, that's interesting.
The way I think it's viewed with men is it's like putting a drop of ink in a glass of water, like one homosexual experience, kaboom, the whole water turns black, and that's it. You're a homosexual, you're branded for life. Mm-hmm. And with women, I think there's a certain acceptability to dabbling in lesbianism as long as you give it up after 4 years of college and get married to a man.
I got to tell you, there's so many heterosexual men, and
Drew and I have made love, is what Drew's trying to say.
But
that's so sweet.
Heterosexual men have like a visceral response. It's like, can't, but it's like it's not like they wouldn't have any issue. They just can't. It just doesn't fit for them.
I think it's probably because what women do. It really. I mean, I think to a heterosexual woman, what lesbians will do to each other is foreplay. It's not even like real sex because there's no penetration with a real object.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you're into all kinds of crazy. You're probably driving your Buick up the vagina.
I don't have a Buick.
Whatever you got.
Well, actually,
what kind of car do you have?
I have a Nissan pickup truck.
Nissan pickup truck? Nice.
A lot of lesbians are into penetrative sex. Certainly not all lesbians, and that might.
But probably most experimental. Most women are experimenting. Just do the kind of surface stuff. I
wouldn't. No, I don't think so.
You're saying that the penis is what requires the big commitment.
I think because there's actually penetration. I think that's where the commitment comes in.
Well, have you ever had your hand inside a woman?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty significant.
She means your whole hand.
I mean your whole hand.
You mean my whole hand?
Your whole hand.
I have my foot in there.
Right. Well, that's pretty significant, wouldn't you say? That's penetrative.
I don't think I've had my whole hand.
Well, I think that's pretty significantly penetrative. Yeah. I would call that sex, not foreplay.
And then why are men so digital then?
I think it's men are raised with the fear of homosexuality just beaten into them. If there's one little tiny tendency in you, you're going to take so much heat for it. Yeah. And women's sexuality, by and large, is ignored. So,
and I happen to think that we have sort of a mortal fear of female sexuality.
Oh, I'm sure.
I think Camille Paglia sort of got that down. Yeah. That we do everything we can to suppress it and sort of. Control. We're afraid of it.
Once we get them married, or there are our daughters or something like that.
Well, sure, but men
believe me, we're not trying to suppress it at 3 in the morning.
Just sort of corral it.
Yeah, exactly. There's no suppression going on.
Well, I think you're trying to own it.
Yeah, right. Well, at least rent it for a little while.
But men have this. It's such a different biology. Men think, gee, if I had that equipment and I could use it whenever I wanted.
Yeah,
that's all I do.
Yeah, right.
And I had the option to do it because there are always men out there that are ready to oblige me. I'd go ahead and do it. And so that scares the hell out of them.
That would make a man afraid, wouldn't it?
Scares the hell out of them. And there's that sort of general sort of, and they don't know what it is to be a woman, so what motivates them to, what keeps them in back, why they don't do that is something that men can't conceive because it's what they would do.
Right.
Plus, who needs a penis in your ass,
Right. So Ginger, let's stay with you. My main concern is that you seem very unhappy in this relationship. With the guy.
Oh, Ginger, I forgot her.
Right.
You forgot me again.
I didn't forget her.
Are you unhappy? Yeah, I'm sure you did, right?
No, I mean, I'm comfortable in my relationship.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I was thinking about. Should I include him in this?
Yes.
No.
And should I make this like something that we do together?
Check it out for yourself. Find out what your comfort level is. Find out what you want with this friend of yours, and then you can decide whether or not to invite him in.
Is this woman a
maybe she doesn't
too, by the way?
Yeah.
and just be careful. Right, just be careful of the level of chaos you're trying to inject into these situations and why.
I don't want to get you too excited, Felice, but Ginger must be hot because she's just assuming this girl will go for her if she wants.
Right,
you know
that level of confidence is really great, especially in a young person.
Comes only in supermodels.
Right.
Yeah.
Jim, 13.
Hey.
You said your mom has Crohn's.
Yeah, my mom has Crohn's, and she has a tumor in the middle of her colon.
Colon cancer?
No, she does. It's not. The tumor's not cancerous.
Huh? Is it an abscess or something?
I have no idea.
Because Crohn's.
Well, what does it look like?
Well, tumor just means growth. That's all that means. So I need to know more about what kind of growth. And most growths in the colon, the more common things are either, especially if you have inflammatory bowel disease like Crohn's, it's like an abscess or some inflammatory process or tumor or cancer.
Okay.
And it's not that though, huh?
No, but like the front of the tumor is okay, and the back of the front of the colon is okay, and the back of the colon is okay.
Yeah.
What would they do? Like, would they put that bag in?
They might, or they might just be able to resect it and hook things back up again. Okay. And they might be able to do it the whole thing just through a colonoscope. They don't have to use a knife at all.
Oh.
So I don't know. I need to know a lot more, Jim. Sorry, I can't.
Okay.
Give him more. Yeah.
I have to compliment you on the bass playing with John Popper.
Oh, thanks.
You guys, I tell you what, people don't realize, they don't know what talented musicians you are, but I really should start a band.
Oh, here it is.
This was Drew, Adam, and John Popper playing harmonica.
I get embarrassed when I hear this.
You shouldn't. What do you think of that, Felice?
No, I can't take that. I can't.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. Anderson, just to impress you, I'm going to hit these breaks exactly on time tonight. So we're going to take a break. I'm here with Felice Newman, the author of the... Do you mind authoress or author? What do you prefer?
Actually, Jimmy's got it. I prefer author.
Okay, right. So it's why?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
She'd rather be called Arthur.
You really want to know? No, don't call me that.
Oh.
You know why? Because it's as if author is the word and authoress is an adjunct word.
Okay, I'm with you. Fine. Okay. Right. Jimmy Kimmel is sitting in
Unless you're a radio S. A talk show S. A comedian S.
Hostess.
A hostess.
Right.
There you go.
Let's cut our losses here and go to the break.
And it's Jimmy Kimmel sitting in for Adam Carolla. Adam, mercifully, oh, God, I feel sort of liberated tonight, is not with us. And we'll be back in just a couple seconds.
We'll be right back with more.
Welcome back to LoveLine, the number 1-800-LOVE-191. And Jimmy just mentioned that I guess you can get the whole lesbian sex book on Amazon.com, but
or your local bookstore, or I can give you an 800 number.
Go ahead. Felice Newman wrote this thing. And you're Felice, right?
Yeah,
Felice
that's
is with
me.
us.
Yeah. It's 800-780-2279. That's the publisher, and they answer 9 to 5 Pacific time.
So do you get to write off, like, your dates and stuff when you write a book about sex? I mean, is it a deduction?
I don't know about the dates, but any accoutrement.
Sex toys?
Yeah.
Do you really, do you deduct?
I don't know. We'll
sex
find
toys?
out. Well, I'll have to ask the accountant.
All right. Yeah, no, I think you could.
Yeah,
I really
don't you think?
It's a business expense, yeah.
I think so. I think if they challenge it, I'll get you to...
Don't worry, I'll help you out.
Come with me to the IRS?
Right. I'm
okay.
very powerful figure.
Chris is with us. He's 14. Chris.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
Not a hell of a lot. What's happening with you?
Oh, nothing.
All right. Well, next call. Chris?
No, I just wanted to know, what are crabs?
Crabs are like lice.
Drew, let me handle this.
Oh, please, go ahead, John.
Crabs really aren't like lice. You know what crabs are?
What?
They're tiny little real crabs. I mean, they look just like crabs.
Yeah.
And they're fascinating. Not that I've ever had them, of course. But they're really, I mean,
they are tiny.
I had them
they're
before.
Tiny.
Yeah, they're real small, but you can see them. And if you actually pluck one off, you put it on like I had a little crab farm.
It'll walk.
That a lot of kids will have sea monkeys or maybe ants. I had a little crab family, but they're fascinating because they'll move around a little and they look just like crabs. And I got to tell you, I was almost sad to see them go because I found them. This is the kind of thing.
You played with them, named them.
Yeah, I like grooming. You know,
it's like Charlotte's Web.
I love stuff like
that. And
that.
they wonder why we're lesbians. You know.
Let me tell you, believe me, I got them from one of you lesbians. No,
not me.
When if I'll stick a Q-tip in my ear, it gives me real pleasure to have a lot of earwax come off. You know what I'm saying? I like clipping my nails. I like squeezing pimples.
Yeah,
all that stuff. And I don't know what it is about me, but man, when I had those crabs, I was at the height of, that was one of the great experiences of my life. It really was. But you can't, I found that the stuff that you buy, it doesn't work at all.
No.
I really just had to shave everything and pluck them off with tweezers.
Now, there are shampoos out there.
Yeah.
There's Rid and
the
Elamite.
The tweezers thing doesn't hurt, right? You just pluck them all off.
It's not my recommended mode of treatment.
It doesn't hurt.
Do they hurt, or
they make you itch? They make you itch.
What do they do to your body? They itch?
They just it's like having fleas, basically.
They're delicious, though, I got to say. And I pray to God my mother's not listening to the show in our home in Arizona.
How does one crack a pubic crab?
How do you what? Crack one?
Yeah,
well, first you got to get a tiny little dish of butter. And they have them all you can eat at some places. The Sizzler.
John 19. John?
Yeah?
Hey, what's going on there?
Not much.
Go ahead.
Oh, my question was, I don't know, I gotta think of it. A lot of people say that I'm very good looking, but I have a problem getting girlfriends.
Right.
Who's a lot of people saying you're very good looking?
Like friends and like family members, and I'm not really counting my mom because my mother always says you're good looking.
Is there some problem you have being close to people, or is there some issue or some history of trauma or abandonment or sexual identity issues? Is there something there that's impairing you, preventing you from sort of getting close?
I don't know. I'll talk to a lot of girls, and they all seem like really interested in me.
And, like, my friends will say, oh, she really likes you, but then when I ask them out, they say no, or, I have a boyfriend or something like that.
So you can't sort of close the deal. It's not that you don't want to get close.
Oh, yeah, I want to get close.
You can't even get them to go on a date.
You can't get the thing started.
Let me ask, what are your hobbies? Like, what kind of guy are you? What's your thing?
Collecting comic books.
Okay. All right. Listen,
got it.
That's it right there. You got to do that stuff secretly.
Oh, I do. Nobody knows.
When you're 12.
Yeah, but
when you're 12, John, I think they're still picking up on the 12-year-old John that rings through.
John, because I got to tell you, I knew that. I would have guessed that.
That it was
comic,
I mean, that's sort of 11, 10
yeah, that
year-olds
kind of retarded thing that he's still collecting comic books. What else? What else? You in the ROTC or anything like that?
No, I'm not in. I'm out of school, so.
Yeah, you play a lot of pinball, or
do you have a job?
Yeah, I work at a shopping center called, I don't know if you've heard of it, called Jewel. It's in Chicago.
Maybe you need to work on sort of getting yourself together so you have something to offer somebody. Not that you're not a good person, but you may not be. Other 19-year-olds may have sort of other ambitions, let's say.
I'm like a really nice person. Everybody always says,
Yeah, but John,
I'm good looking. I'm nice. I can attract girls. It's like everything up to asking them out, and then I'm like screwed.
That's the problem. Is some guys. I mean, you can even look at guys and you go, wow, that guy's kind of ugly, but he always has a lot of girls, and it's because he's good at getting them. He's always got a lot of girlfriends, and it really seems to be a skill or like an inborn ability that I know I didn't have. But by the time I was 19, I think I had it figured out. I think I was married. But but John, I think once you get that first one, you'll know what's going on.
Sounds so immature. I just wonder what that's all about.
He'll get older.
All right, Christina's 26. Christina?
Hello?
What's going on there?
Hello?
Christina?
Yes, I'm here.
We're here, too.
Okay. I have two questions.
Yeah.
I think they combine. I haven't been feeling like I want to get intimate with my boyfriend. And I wanted to know how much of it has to do with my past and how much of it has to do with the present.
What happened with your past?
Well, I'll just get down to the point. I was molested at age 7.
One time?
Just one time, yeah.
By whom?
Friend of the family.
And
was much older, 40, 45, something like that.
No rapes or anything subsequently?
No rapes.
And has this guy that you're with been abusive in any way himself?
No, he's not abusive. And I also had a mother who, my mother was very verbally abusive.
Yeah.
And
what about, did you have sex regularly with him at one point?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I have a suggestion, and this is a little more book promotion. There's a book that came out, Christina, called The Survivor's Guide to Sex.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Which is all about how to reclaim your sex life if you're a survivor of child sexual abuse or rape. And, one thing I learned from helping to publish that book is that those kinds of triggers from the past can come up at any time. It can be a total surprise. Your boyfriend might be a wonderful guy. It might have nothing to do with him, but those memories are coming up, and your past will bother you until you deal with it.
But certainly it's possible that it has nothing to do with that, and maybe she's not into her boyfriend.
No, the only way it wouldn't have to do with it is that she chose a guy to act out upon to try to make right those past traumas. But in any event, if the guy's an a-hole and recreating the circumstances anyway.
But maybe she's just not into him anymore. I mean, that happens.
I also have 2 kids.
With him?
Yes, and it was after when I got pregnant the first time that everything slowed down.
The first time?
Yes. And now whenever we get an argument, I don't feel like I'm trusting him. I have some trust issues.
Right.
So I'm not sure if it really has to do with that. I feel like I have to be really...
And the biology figures in, let's face it, and it's not uncommon at all for women after pregnancy to have a substantial drop in their sex drive. And that
not
can go on for a few years.
No time and energy.
No time and different sense of themselves. Now their mom and lots of things come to bear. And very often people, in fact, when they have kids, is when a lot of their old crap starts to come up too. And so that might be the reason potentially some of this is coming out now. But whatever it is, I think there's a good book been recommended to you now, right?
Right. You can get that at the same 800 number or Amazon.com.
What's the 800 number again?
800-780-2279. It's called The Survivor's Guide to Sex.
Is there pictures?
279.
Not the kind you'd like, I think.
You should put more pictures in this book.
I know. I didn't have a
Jeez, you're
budget.
just like Corolla. You really are.
Well, what a surprise.
This whole thing is the middle isn't have a gray, like slate-like colored stripe down the middle. He doesn't pick the book up.
Let me tell you what I'm able to do, because I actually do read, and I am able
Unlike Corolla.
Yes, I am able to just flip through a book like this.
Absorb it.
And find all the dirty words leap out at me. I don't see any of the other words except for anal, urethra. They just jump right off, and I'm fisting right there. Anal, penetration. they leap off the page at me. Why is that, Drew? Is that a special talent?
You're clairvoyant.
I mean, it really is. It's something. It just, I guess, shows where my
definitely
brain
reading.
is.
Reading. Yes, definitely reading.
Yeah.
Justin, 20. Justine, rather. Excuse me. Justine.
Hi. I just have a question for Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
A few hours ago, I started bleeding while urinating.
Do you have pain when you urinate?
Yes.
Okay.
Stop urinating.
Well, it might just be a bladder infection.
Okay.
Okay, but it's not something to screw around with. Do you have a doctor you could call?
I can't. I don't have health insurance, and I was wondering if I should wait until the morning and see a gynecologist.
You don't have to see a gynecologist. You could go to any sort of emergency or urgent care center. Anything like that would be very well equipped to handle this. The possibilities are, at your age, typically a urine infection that hasn't been treated. You probably have symptoms for a few days.
No, I just started a few hours ago.
But you haven't had any pain with urination or difficulty urinating or anything like that before this? No?
No.
All right, then kidney stones are a possibility, and if there's an infection, the important part about getting it treated quickly is that the infection can get up into the kidneys and cause a real serious problem there. Other causes of bleeding, God knows there could be other problems with your bleeding system initiated. The point is, it needs to be evaluated to make sure that this is just a plain old bladder infection, which would be the most common thing your age, and it could be complicated by a kidney infection, so it's worth your while to get going right away.
It's a shame when people they won't go to the doctor because they don't have health insurance or something.
Yeah, but
isn't
to
the better
get that problem fixed, dealt with, I would think it would cost like $20.
But it's such a mystery because there's no price list, there's no menu. You could say it's going to cost, people go, oh wow, this could cost me $350, and that would kill me. But I think the best way to do is go. They'll take care of you.
Don't be afraid to tell the doctor.
Pay it.
Right, don't pay the bill.
If he can't pay it, but you got to go to the doctor. I had a friend, for instance, that was bitten by another man. He was actually bitten.
Awful.
Actually, it's my friend Don who's here with us tonight, and he didn't even go to the doctor.
I've got to see it. I've got to take a look at this.
You got to see it.
Those bites are serious.
Don,
human bites are awful.
This is about 3 weeks ago, and they're still rescue.
Come on in, Don. Hey, but listen, we got to go to break right now. I promised Anna, so we're going to hit the brakes on time. This never happened.
Yeah, right.
It's only opportunities when Adam's not here. So, again, it's LoveLine. Felice Newman is our guest. Jimmy is sitting in. Jimmy Kimmel is sitting in for Adam Carolla. I'm Dr. Drew. We'll be right back.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
It's LoveLine, and we'll be taking our 10-second break and be right back.
This is LoveLine on radio station.
For people that are always curious, that is for station identification. We're required by law to do that. It's LoveLine. The number is 1-800-LOVE-191. Jimmy Kimmel sitting in for Adam Carolla. Felice Newman, author of the Whole Lesbian Sex Book and sex educator.
Yes.
And my friend Don is in here. He was bit by another man.
Don, can you actually go around the corner in that closet and turn the lights up? Because I need to see this woman.
Don is
the other side.
Bitten on the arm. Pretty hard. I mean, this was probably, it had to be 3 weeks ago, I guess.
Don's lost now.
Yeah,
there we go. Thank you, Don. Come on in here.
Don, come on in.
You should have some theme music.
Take over your
theme music?
Yeah, like
really
like a TV show.
Really embarrassing?
Yeah, well,
showing your arm.
Very nervous.
Yeah. Oh my God.
How long ago was that, Don?
About 3 weeks ago.
I just wondered if I always say, "Oh my God," when I look at nasty wounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's healing. It's going to scar like hell, but
yeah. So this will be there.
Why did a man bite you?
It was over a parking. They were looking for a parking spot. You know how things can get out of hand.
Seriously, you were fighting for a parking place?
Or with the guy.
It's a little deeper than that, but basically I deserved it, I think.
He didn't deserve it.
Have I seen Don on the Man Show?
Yes, you have.
Okay. Yes, I know.
Don does a warm-up for the Man Show. Okay. Occasionally does a little something for us. And
so is this something that's very serious?
It could have been, but you dodged a bullet there.
All right.
Human bites are really awful.
Oh, everyone was saying I should get a tetanus shot.
You should get a tetanus shot just in principle anyway. But
still?
Well, you're past the window for that particular little bitty.
Okay, I'm not going to die.
You're going to be A-okay from that.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
So good thing he didn't get that tetanus shot then. It would have just been more pain and it would have cost him.
That's right. Jimmy, always looking on the bright side. Let's take a call for Jimmy. This is Will, 20. Will?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hey, I got a question for Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hey, how'd you get into comedy? You know,
really, being such a sort of not-so-funny guy, how would you happen to think about comedy?
Well,
I think he's funny.
I started through radio, actually. Where do you live?
I live in Colorado.
Yeah.
Middle of nowhere, man. It's terrible.
You have any radio stations there?
We got one.
Do you think that window of opportunity for getting anywhere through radio is sort of closed?
No, I don't.
Is radio still a good place to start?
I mean, well, if you look at our station here in Los Angeles, K-Rock. There's I brought Adam into K-Rock, and he.
But that was what I mean. I think the late '80s, well, '85 to '95 was sort of the window.
You do? Why?
Because everybody came, everybody piled in, and they're here.
No, I don't think so.
Listen,
I think here's the thing. It's hard to get people to hear you. I mean, to do comedy. You know, if you're writing, that's another thing. But it's hard to get. So, what's the best way to get people to hear you? Well, you either be on radio or television, and you can't just walk in off the street and get on television. But you can walk in off the street and get on the radio.
You know what? I've been talking. People come up to me because people that know me from radio will come up and talk about radio. And the young kids that are trying to get in say that they can't anymore.
That's not true, and I'll tell you this. We desperately looked for good interns and good young people who were eager and talented.
Yeah, but they remain forever interns.
You know, basically the people that they don't really exist. I mean, there's one or two. People get into radio because they're like, yeah, I'm in a band, I love music.
Right.
Like, if that's why you're getting into radio, you're nuts, because it has nothing to do with loving music. You play the records that you're told to play, right. And they're not going to let you break out the guitar and jam on the air. You know, if you want to do comedy, though, I mean, it's a good, easy way, especially in a small market, to get in. I mean, that's how
you started in Arizona, right?
I started in Las Vegas, actually. When I was in high school, I hosted a radio show on the UNLV radio station.
It is a common story for people that have sort of specialty talents, whether it's commentating or comedy or weather or whatever.
Right.
That they've been doing it forever. Mm-hmm. They do it for like 10, 15 years before they ever start to move into some major positions.
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter also, some people are better than others, and the people that...
Right, like I had to have lesbian sex for a long time before I
you really
write about it.
Write a book.
Exactly.
Excellent point.
Exactly.
Sure, you paid your dues.
Exactly, it was hard.
That's right. Justin's 15.
Huh?
Go ahead, Justin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's your time.
Yeah, well, I don't know, I was about to have sex with my girlfriend, and just couldn't get it up. So, I don't know.
Was this your first experience with her?
Yeah, we've done a lot of things, but besides sex.
This was going to be your first sexual experience, your first intercourse.
Were you drunk?
No, I was pretty cool.
It turns out that, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but many men experience this, particularly in their first experience.
I did have that too.
It is much more common.
He's looking at me saying, correct me if you're... It's like, how would I know?
Well, you had the formal sex educator.
Well, you know a lot of stuff.
I do.
Yeah, and it is, men don't talk about it, men don't admit it, but it is a common theme that men, particularly first time out, that they have that, and it can either continue to bother you, in which case you'll keep worrying about it and make it happen some more, or that'll be it.
Or you could learn some new ways to have sex. And actually, here's a place where I think young heterosexual men could learn from gay men. And I know that that's blasphemy, but... in queer sex, gay sex, it's not necessarily always about penetration. There's a lot of nice, fun sex that you can have with your girlfriend that's not about you penetrating her vaginally. You can use your fingers, you can use your mouth, you can use your hands.
You could just retile the bathroom
You can do the bathroom. She can penetrate you. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do without an erection. And you know what I think? Here's my theory. When you Don't worry about the erection and just play around and explore each other's bodies.
It'll happen anyway.
It's going to happen.
And the male, though, at that point in their life is just focused on getting that experience over with.
Getting that hurdle, leaping over that hurdle,
Yeah. And it's interesting. I think you're absolutely right that if they were more focused on the intimacy, they wouldn't be so concerned about how their penis was working or not.
Don't worry, once you get that first one out of the way, though, you'll be good to go.
The other thing is, Justin, you really evaluate whether you're ready for this. You're 15. Maybe you were too anxious. Maybe this isn't right.
Of course he's ready. He's 15.
I know, but be careful. It could be your body speaking to you about, or even about this relationship. And one thing I found talking to young people around the country is that they tend to be more able to acknowledge the consequences of intercourse these days, that it really bonds two people together, and that the kind of intimacy carries a responsibility. It could hurt somebody if you leave them and don't sustain the relationship. If you sustain the relationship, you could bond you in ways that you aren't ready to be bonded, don't want to have that responsibility or need that kind of connection, but are sort of in it anyway. Matt's 18.
Oh, yeah. I got a question, all right? I've been going out with this girl for about 7 months.
Matt, did I wake you up?
Oh, no, I was just sitting here thinking.
Okay. I think so.
No, I've been going out with this girl for about, whenever we have sex, it's like, I know I please her because she says I do, but it's like I don't, fulfill her, I don't.
She doesn't have an orgasm?
She has an orgasm, it's just like, it's not as long as...
How long is it?
I think it's about an hour.
Oh, Matt,
she has an hour-long orgasm?
She does.
How long do you want to...
And she's not pleased?
Oh, I think she is, but I'm not for sure.
How long would you like to be with her?
Oh.
A week?
Possible.
Well, an hour, you exceed it as long as possible at an hour. You'll need an IV fluid after
I know,
that.
But I'm saying, once I, get off, it dies.
Yeah, after an hour, that would be a normal experience.
No, I think he's saying that after he has an orgasm, he loses his erection.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course, exactly.
Right.
But after an hour...
It takes about a half an hour to 45 minutes.
30 minutes is an average refractory period for a male.
All right, I didn't know.
All right, Matt, you're way ahead of your peers, all right?
All right.
Yeah, maybe in the sex department, but I'm guessing he's way behind in everything else. Matt.
Melissa, 20.
Yeah, I have a question for you, Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on the depot shot for 2 years now.
I'll handle this.
And spotting is pretty abnormal for me. And I haven't had my period for 2 years, but I just recently had a full-fledged period, and it freaked me out a little bit.
So you have, even that first shot, you didn't get any bleeding?
No.
Because in my experience, most people get a lot of bleeding the first 3 months and then nothing after that.
Yeah, it was pretty non-existent.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't abnormal, that there wasn't any health problems going on.
If I were caring for you, I would say, hey, why don't we come in, let's do a pelvic exam just to make sure. But I don't think that there's anything special about that. It makes sense to me that
could. Stress going around and whatnot.
Yeah, it makes sense that could happen, and it doesn't mean there's anything wrong. That's for sure. Okay.
Okay.
But do get it. I mean, it would behoove you. It's a change, and it's worthwhile having somebody examine you just to be sure it's all right. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Get an exam?
Yeah.
Jeff, 27.
Yeah, I had a request for Engineer Anderson and a question for Dr. Drew.
A request for Anderson?
Yeah.
All right, go.
Could you possibly play one of those 20-minute sound drops of Adam complaining about not playing baseball in the last celebrity tournament?
You want me to jump right out the window here?
That was a great day. That was great. Adam, Drew, and I all got, Drew didn't get to play.
I didn't play.
Either.
I didn't care. It was a nice day to get out there.
Yeah, but you should have been. They said everybody's going to get to play.
No, I did it the year before, and I knew I wouldn't. The best part is the batting practice.
Yeah, but they should have let you play. That's ridiculous. I would have been mad, too. Not quite as mad as Adam.
You forget what happened to me last year.
I remember what happened. You didn't get to play at all then.
No, last year. The year before, I won I hit the winning RBI, but totally messed up in left field.
Yeah, but you did get to play the year before right? Yeah.
But it was traumatic, so I didn't.
You drove in the winning run and you weren't brought back? Oh, that's outrageous. Let me tell you something. I don't enjoy anything anymore in my life, except for playing softball or baseball. That's it. I mean, wiffle ball, too, I like. But that's the only joy I get.
You're sounding so much like Corolla.
It's true, though.
His thing is the airplanes, and that's it.
His thing is the airplanes, but he's also with the softball and baseball, believe me. And to take that away from the man, to go to Dodger Stadium and be invited to play in a celebrity game, and believe me, we were very excited about it. And then to not be allowed to play because Jonathan Silverman has got to play, 6 innings and get 12 at-bats, it's outrageous. I mean, it really, I can understand him being upset. So I don't think we need to replay
that was Jimmy playing Adam Carolla. That was very nice.
Right.
That was very good. I've been on Vicodin for about 2 years for herniated cervical discs.
Yeah.
And I want to get off it.
Yeah.
What's going to happen if I go cold turkey on it?
You are not going to feel good. How many a day are you taking?
Up to about 8 a day.
You're up to 8 now?
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
I mean, that's a bad day. Usually it's around 4 to 6.
Yeah, but what's your worst?
Probably 10. I don't take that many of them. Cause I can't get a prescription for more than about 100 a month.
Okay. So you'd do more if you could.
Yeah.
Were you an alcoholic before this?
No, but everyone in my family is.
Okay. I don't do, this is sort of, speaking of blasphemy, the insurance companies hate this, but I'm telling you, I do not do outpatient detoxes from Vicodin because it never works.
Really?
You need to go somewhere for 5 days and be away from it. It's so uncomfortable that people don't tolerate it, and they always chip. They always go back.
Go to Vegas. You could have a good time while you're there.
No. And opiate addiction, the switch that has been thrown in your brain, the genetic potential was there from inheriting the gene for alcoholism. Once you throw that switch of opiates, you will, for the next year, feel terribly unpleasant without them and forever have a drive to use them.
Right.
And the only way that can be dealt with is with some form of treatment. It's not going to stop just by trying to hang on to cold turkey, to white knuckle through this. It just doesn't work. And
do those rapid detox things work?
Do not do a rapid detox. I've had lots of experience with them. I'm not a big fan of them, and I would say that I would personally recommend it only for people on methadone. Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you taking anything else? Any Valium or Ativan or anything like that?
No, Paxil, that's it.
All right. But, and also admit your neck pain's never going to go away if you don't get off the Vicodin.
You say it's connected?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Your brain learns that if it has pain, you give it the reward.
We've got to get some lesbians calling in.
All right.
So Felice can sex them down here, for God's sake. I mean, this has got to be exciting for you, right? Are you coupled, or you're like a guy? You go around and you pick up chicks.
Well, I'm single.
You're single,
I don't really think I'd say I'm like a guy.
No, well,
I don't really know.
I don't know. You got a lot of the guy stuff going on there. You got the hair, you got the suit jacket there. I mean, you were like trolling for girls, right?
I'm single.
He's insistent that you
feel. He's very. You know what it is?
Who's the girl on the cover?
You know,
of the
I
book?
don't know her, but you know what I think?
Really?
I think that you really, really want me to be trolling.
Yes.
I think this is like making his dreams come true. If he can go home tonight and dream of me trolling for
Jimmy,
girls, his life will be complete. Better than softball.
Who's 18
I'll gladly admit that.
And afraid of her boyfriend's penis. Okay.
Oh, all right.
There you go. Jess?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, this summer, after me and my fiance had sex, it was like 3 or 4 times I got really, really extreme sharp pains.
Where?
In my stomach area, like.
Okay.
And
do you guys sort of fit together anatomically, or is there some disproportion there?
I'm not really sure. I don't know.
Do you know what I'm asking?
Yeah.
Does he have a huge penis?
That's what I'm asking.
Not. It's like kind of normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's normal, like sized.
You ever had a pelvic exam?
Yeah.
A pap smear?
Yeah.
Everything's okay?
Yep.
It says you're scared to go near his penis?
Yeah.
In any way, you're scared to go near it? Now, are you scared of any of his other body parts, or is it just the penis?
Just that.
That's the only part that hurt her.
Like his elbow,
I wouldn't want to go near his penis.
Well, you don't want to go near penis at all.
I think if it hurt,
especially if it hurt.
As a scientist in the sex department, don't you think you should have sex with a guy at least once, to figure out what's going on? What I'm saying is, why don't you and I head in the bathroom?
No. I want to know if you've had sex with a guy.
Out.
Have you had sex with a guy?
No.
Just to know that you
that you don't like it?
I'm not writing books, you know what I'm saying? About
you just talk about the radio and on television.
Yeah, you're just talking on the radio.
Well, only for comedy purposes.
Oh,
Believe me, I'm not trying to help anyone.
I only wrote my book for comedy comedy purposes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were just kidding about the fisting then, right?
No, I never kid about fisting.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Do you really not care about people? Because Kroll says that stuff all the time.
Do I not care about people?
Of course you do.
No, I do. Of course I care about people, but I know I'm really not going to offer much in the way of help.
You don't care.
I figure you're here for that. You know?
See. All right.
Yeah.
All right. But Jess, what else going on? Is the relationship okay?
Well, we've had our share of fights and stuff.
Do you have any medical problems? You have ovarian cyst, endometriosis, history of infections?
No.
Are you on any medications? You take birth control pills?
You know,
I'm on the depot.
Okay.
And the doctor said that it might have something to do with that, but it didn't happen again. So she told me if it happened again to go to her.
I'd actually find somebody to talk to.
Preferably a lesbian woman.
No,
no.
Well, you could talk to me, but anyone that you could trust who might help you sort out how you feel about your boyfriend and how you feel about having sex with him.
Well, I talked to him about it.
You talked to him about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he probably pressures you.
Yeah, no, you need a neutral third party.
You're scared of the penis. It seems like it wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe put a little wig on it, maybe a little hat, put some eyes, put them on there, and get to know it from a comedy standpoint.
Senor Wences.
Yeah, sure. Pretend it's a Muppet.
It's all right. From the penis.
You don't hate any of the Muppets, do you?
No.
All right. So we'll start there. Decorate his penis, and then get back to Drew.
All right. Kyle, 27. Kyle?
Kyle.
Yes, Kyle.
Oh, my God. I can't believe I'm talking to you guys.
Here we are.
I've been listening to you guys forever.
Adam's not here.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's Jimmy Kimmel sitting in for Adam Carolla.
Oh, I just got home from work. I'm sorry.
It's all right. And we've got Felice Newman.
You too.
All right, what's going on?
Okay, here's the thing. I'm 27, and I have never had an ejaculation through sex. It's
You're
always
gay.
had to be through masturbation. I am gay.
Good
for you.
Wait, I'm going to stop you, though, Kyle.
All right.
Now, why do you think... I could tell he was gay.
Could you?
What is that?
It didn't occur to me.
Why?
What
didn't
is
really?
that?
I wasn't really thinking about it,
I immediately
whether he was gay or not.
But it occurred to me immediately this guy's gay. Now,
Really?
what is that? Do you
I
have
don't
any,
know.
Does anybody theorize about that? Or
How come
That's so
gay guys take on an affectation and gay women
You
don't?
mean,
that
You know what I
and
mean?
like straight men don't? Like,
they
do you
do.
think that what
Yes, they
you
do.
don't have is an affectation?
Why is it different? I think is the question. Why is it?
We're all different.
Because lesbians, it's harder to identify.
Oh, you
right.
can't
Well, but
identify.
for lesbians,
Yeah.
we're easy to identify.
Except for the crew cut and all.
Yeah.
No, most lesbians are
over the
tougher.
telephone we're talking about. I mean, just the, that talk, the way it is, and there's a hey, hello.
Well, he wasn't even that. It was just something.
That top is so cute on you, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but I didn't read him
There's
as
a
gay.
little bit in there. Well, we did.
Jimmy,
I'll tell you
me,
that.
and Anderson, who put that in
Really?
there, did.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, then I should retire.
Well,
all right, Kyle. Sorry to have that
That's it.
discussion about you, but it was nothing. Believe me, you didn't do anything startling at all. It's just that's what's so weird about it. So we both had that reaction to it.
There's a certain gayness.
That is weird because in gay bars, nobody really believes that I'm gay.
Well, you're not over the top.
Well, it might, maybe it's an interesting thing. It's an interesting experience just listening to voices. You don't see you don't get any of the other body aspects, body language or facial expression or anything, and you start reacting to voices when all you do is sit around and listen to voices every night.
Right.
And that's I reacted to yours. Anyway, what's going on? You don't ejaculate during masturbation, or you do?
No, just during masturbation, not during sex.
Like, what do you mean by sex? Do you mean like oral sex or penetrative sex?
Oral sex, anal sex, any of that.
Uh-huh.
I just can't do it. It's like I have to get in a zone by myself. It's hard for
Do
me
you
to
really
get
have to
there.
be alone, or is it just that you have to be touching yourself?
Well, yeah, I have to be doing it.
Right. That's true for a lot of people. And a lot of, in fact, the first gay porn movie I ever saw was this scene of one man anally penetrating the other man who was stroking his penis to get off. And that was the first time I ever saw that depicted. But a lot of people do that.
But see, what I'm starting to wonder is I know I'm gay because I've been attracted to guys my whole life, but I'm wondering, would it be the same? I've never slept with a woman. Would I have the same reaction
Well,
or
you could try it.
non-reaction?
You could try it in a really ethical, moral,
Yeah, but do you want to
great
try
way.
it?
Well, you can
Not
if you
really.
want. Oh, well, then don't do it.
Don't do it.
But my sex partners are always like, what's wrong with you? I mean, aren't you attracted to
Oh, well,
me?
you just need different sex partners. Because a lot of people really reach orgasm easiest if they touch themselves. They know how to do it. They know what feels good. They might feel a little awkward about communicating that to a partner. It's just easier for them.
There is some theories evolving now about, again, early childhood development and the way we attach to our parents. And one of the things that they're finding is that the regulation of our autonomic nervous system is very much dependent on how we're parented early. There's some of it's constitutional, but some of it...
talking about robots?
No, whether or not we tend to be sympathetically overdriven, meaning excitable, compulsive, or premature ejaculation, or parasympathetically dominated, sort of difficult to get off the dime like Corolla, tough to get to reach orgasm, and those sorts of things tend to go together. And so you wonder if maybe that's just your biology, that it's just sort of difficult for you. And now, one of the things that sets up extremes of those biology is some rupture of the parenting early on. Did anybody abandon you, or you adopted, or anything?
Well, my dad was abusive, and that's it.
So there's some rupture, and what you have to do as a child is to survive and regulate all this awful stimulation coming in. Your brain down regulates. It pulls everything down as a way of surviving, and that becomes sort of an intrinsic part of your chemistry, and that may be sort of what's expressing itself now.
So you're saying pump harder.
I'm just saying learn to deal with it and don't freak out about it. But
and there's really
same advice applies.
Yeah, there's great things you can do. I mean, you can also, if you really, 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 really want to learn how to orgasm from a partner's touch, you can work on that with a partner. You can say, well, why don't you give me oral sex for a little while, and then when I'm really feeling like I want to have an orgasm, I'll take over. And slowly over time, you can adapt yourself to being able to orgasm
like
with
a tag team, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. Is it time for us to take another break? Oh, my God. Hold on a second. Kyle?
Yeah.
Finish that statement. I'm sorry.
My thing is...
you can't finish.
I can't?
Well, that's the problem.
Dang it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, go ahead.
No,
what were you saying?
We're joking, Kyle.
Oh, okay. Because, nobody that I have ever been with has had the same problem. So I feel like it's very much me.
It's not unheard of. We've heard about it many, many times on this show.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, and I even gave you a biological explanation for it and how people are theorizing about it. So it's something that you need to... you need to manage. It's going to be something you have to do, and you've got to find a partner who's empathically available to you and who can help you with it. That's all.
Well, it's also not the worst thing in the world.
No, there are the other extreme people.
You can have
a
lot of pleasure.
That's right. I'm Dr. Drew, Jimmy Kimmel for Adam Carolla. Felice Newman is here, sex educator, and we'll be right back.
Yo, LoveLine will be right back, homie.
This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio, 100.7 The Buzz.
Is that corn? No. Corn's coming in tomorrow night. They will. Jimmy believes that they'll be pissed off.
Oh, they're going to be furious when they see me here instead of Adam.
That's what Adam thinks. See, they don't give a.
Oh, they've invited him to go out of town with them and all kinds of stuff. He went.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's right. They also invited Jim Rose to go with them too. At the same time.
That's true. That's true.
Jimmy Kimmel is sitting in for Adam Carolla. The number is 1-800-LOVE-191. Our guest tonight is Felice Newman, the author of the whole lesbian sex book. She's a sex educator and has been a delightful addition to the show tonight. And I personally feel liberated, vindicated, and strangely alert and awake tonight. You know what that means, right?
Oh, yeah. Carolla has a tendency to beat on you.
No, that's not what's... Well, that's the vindication, but the fact that I'm awake tells me something.
You like lesbians.
Well, I'm not being lulled to sleep.
Oh, I see.
I mean, he puts me to sleep.
Oh, come on now. He's the funniest guy I know.
He's a genius.
He is. I have nothing bad to say about him other than he's a lazy, good-for-nothing son of a bitch.
Let's see. I'm just looking at some of the calls here. There's one.
Any lesbians?
No, we need to get some more LGBT calls, right? Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender.
Or just lesbian.
That was very good.
Lesbian would be fine with me.
I'm peaceful.
I don't like the transgenders.
Well, that's interesting stuff.
They're crazy. How do you reason with them?
Well, do you deal with much transsexual, transgender?
Well, I know a lot of transgendered people, and I've had...
What is it?
They're all crazy, right?
Well, why is it that the men I have dealt with that are going to be women are going to be women to have lesbian relationships?
A lot of them are, yeah.
What is that? It's like they want to have a lesbian, and the only way they have a lesbian is if they're a woman.
Well, actually, what it is your gender and your sexual orientation are two different things. So you can identify as a man, and maybe you like men, maybe you like women, whatever. So if you are a man who is in transition to become a woman, you could be a lesbian, you could be a heterosexual,
but so
you could
many
be
of them,
bisexual.
so many of them want to be lesbian. And
maybe they were because they were attracted to women before the transition as well.
But it's so counterintuitive that you'd want to change sexes to maintain a relationship with the same sex that you could have had were you the same sex.
Right, but you wouldn't have been the gender that you
I would have cut my penis off so I can have sex with women.
Yeah, that's what they
Sounds right to me.
But the twist on it that I think is interesting is that lesbian, the only way a person can have access to a relationship with a lesbian is if you are a woman.
Right.
So maybe it's some quality, some fit there with that person.
That's possible.
Yeah.
A lot of men fantasize about having lesbian relationships, which is a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you mean relationships with other lesbians?
What do you mean, yeah, really?
No, I mean, not being a lesbian.
Well, yeah, no, they fantasize that they could be part of that they could be lesbians.
Absolutely. If you could have a penis in addition to your other equipment, would you take it? Would you want to have
Only if I could put it back in the drawer after
No, if you could have it there, wouldn't you want it?
Like permanently?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
You wouldn't?
No.
They're real fun. I enjoy mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm real happy
I'm glad
with
you
it.
like it.
I'm happy with my purchase.
Oh, good. I am
David, 16. David.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I've got a girlfriend who lives in Arizona, and we were going pretty steady for a while.
Where do you live?
Everything was, huh?
Where do you live?
I live in Long Beach.
All right.
And I was over there with my uncle, and for some reason we got kicked out by his ex. And I was planning on staying over there, and next thing I know, I'm over here.
No, I really don't know what's going on.
Yeah, what's the question?
Okay.
What's the question?
All right. I just recently met a girl, and she's got dad issues, okay? Her dad left when she was young, and she's got the whole kit and caboodle.
This is now in Long Beach?
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
What's your question?
And my girlfriend back in Arizona, she was honest with me, telling me about a boyfriend that she had, and I had decided to stay with her even after that because I know I'm going back to Arizona.
Get to the question, David.
Okay.
What if I accidentally hang up on her?
He feels guilty.
Yeah. Do you feel guilty?
Yeah.
Is that what you want to ask us? Should you stay with...
Yeah, should I stay with her, or, I just barely started going out with this girl. I could probably break it off.
All right, here's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
You're 16. It's unrealistic to try to maintain a relationship with anyone more than about 10 miles out of your immediate usual...
Do you even drive yet?
Huh?
You even drive yet?
No, not yet.
Maybe 5 miles out of your radius of living.
20.
All right, but listen, it's just not realistic, and it's okay to try to maintain one, but to accept the fact that both of you are going to grow separately, parallel courses. It's normal to have other relationships.
Back there in like 4 months, though.
All right, so try them, but in the meantime, I think you let go a little bit.
Okay, so should I tell her? She was honest with me.
Well, okay. I think you should be honest with her, but I think the focus should be on how you two manage your relationship, which is, I really want to be in a relationship with you, but it's not realistic at this distance. When I get back, I hope we can try it again.
All right. Now, this is the biggie. She's coming to visit in a few weeks.
But you've mentioned that the girl out here has got issues.
Yes.
And isn't really up for a committed relationship of any type.
I don't know. That's the thing.
I'm not sure she can tolerate it.
Oh, okay.
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying it's going to be a chaotic...
Can't you date more than one girl at a time?
If you're honest.
Isn't that
called dating?
Yeah, exactly.
Honest. Not in your world?
My morals won't let me.
Your morals?
Yeah. I've been raised pretty decent.
You having sex with these girls?
No, only with the first one, but I was with her for a while.
All right. There go the morals, right? Flying out the window.
Yep.
Listen, this is not a moral. It's just some kind of weird, I don't know if some kind of possessiveness or like control issue.
I don't do anything until you sort things out with a girl in Arizona. Maybe get some distance from the one here in Long Beach. Get face-to-face with one from Arizona. Get honest. Figure out what you guys want to do. And
be honest with all of them. That's
Mike is 21. Mike.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been having, like, hallucinations today.
What'd you see?
Well, I was driving in my car back, and I was painting today, though, so I don't know if it's paint fumes or what.
Are you painting a house or painting a picture?
Paint a house.
Uh-huh.
And I was driving back in my car, and I heard, like, a baby crying, like, in my back seat.
Yeah.
But I kind of just, thought it might be the radio or whatever. I turned my radio down, but it got really loud, and when I turned around, I seen... It was... I don't know how to explain it. It's like, like the... I don't know, little boys you see in Tijuana that are really messed up or whatever. Clothes all ripped up and stuff like that.
Right. Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
Well, he's sitting in a seat and he has like blood dripping out of his ear.
Oh,
like when I turned around and seen this, and it wasn't like transparent or anything like that. It was like right there. I almost crashed my car. And I pulled over and I keep hearing like somebody, like hey or whatever while I'm driving my car, and it just.
Did Mulder and Scully show up?
Do you do speed?
No, I don't do speed. I don't do any drugs right now.
And did you do?
Huh?
Did you do?
Oh yeah, I've done, yeah.
What drugs? What drugs?
I've done basically, I don't know, speed, hallucinants, mushrooms, acid.
All right, well, so this could have been a flashback of some type.
It lasted a really long time to be like a flashback.
How long?
Some of these can be permanent. Let's face it, that the heavy hallucinogens can cause chronic symptoms. So it would not be unrealistic to have been something related to the previous drug history.
How long did it last?
Well, it lasted, I was driving from Long Beach, probably, I don't know, 15 minutes. I was hearing things, and seeing things like out of the corner of my eye, like the little boy in the back seat or whatever.
Yeah. Were there commercial breaks?
Yeah, there were times where I didn't, hear anything or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, but this is a psychotic, this is a problematic episode. Now, what you need to do is see a doctor to make sure that it's not due to some medical problem. Okay,
right.
Somebody who's not having other psychiatric symptoms, who's never had a psychiatric problem, suddenly gets a hallucination. You got to rule out medical causes first. Now, in your situation, there's another clear potential cause of this, and that's your drug history. And I hope that's what it is, because some of these medical problems can be quite serious. But
Do people have hallucinations without doing drugs?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, really?
All the time. I mean, that is what a psychotic episode is. They have either auditory and or visual hallucinations, and the quality of these hallucinations can take on different kinds of characteristic kinds of patterns. They can be persecutory. They can be happy ones. They can be.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. They can be different kinds. And
like Homer Simpson has.
Different kinds means different implies different things. But he's not depressed. He's not had a history of schizophrenia. Although sometimes when schizophrenia comes on, this is how it comes on.
Hey, could it just be the paint? Could it be like him?
It's possible, but that doesn't seem quite right to me.
Yeah.
But again, it could be the paint plus the drugs, plus the previous drugs. So, all right. Let's see. It's time for another break. Amazingly. Did we just take one call? We had two calls that time?
Yeah, two calls.
I'm sorry, guys. We'll speed it up. Jimmy Kimmel's here for sitting in for Adam Carolla. He'll be here again tomorrow night when we have Korn as our guest. The night after that will be two guys and a girl. No longer a pizza place?
No, they
don't
fired the pizza place. Yeah.
Do they have a pizza place anymore?
I don't know. I've never seen, I only saw the show that you guys
It wasn't you guys. It was just Adam.
That's right.
Watch it. Felice Newman is here. She's written the whole lesbian sex book. She's a sex educator, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you guys have. We'll try to take some more calls in just a minute.
Back once again with it.
LoveLine. LoveLine. Back before you know it.
This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio, 100.7 The Buzz.
Yeah, Lisa, thank you. The cream is, I had actually remembered it, but I didn't remember to say it. It's Aldera. Imiquimod is the generic.
Can you shave with that?
Aldera cream?
That's a cream for what?
For warts.
Genital warts.
Genital warts.
Does it work on regular warts?
Not that I'm aware of.
Why did genital wart creams work and like you can't do anything for these regular warts? I've had this wart on my finger.
You use salicylic acid tape.
Yeah?
You put that on there.
Where do I get that?
Pharmacy have little tiny dot tape.
Office
Stick them
supply
away,
store?
change it every couple of days. It will dissolve that wart, no problem.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Keep going here. Let's try this one. This is Arian, 26. Arian?
Hi, hello?
Yep, we're here.
Hi, actually I have 2 questions. My first question is, there's a girl that I work with, or actually I've been together with my girlfriend for a little over 4 years now, and we have a great relationship, get along really well, and but there's a girl that I work with, and she's black, and...
Interesting, your name's Arian and she's black. How do you spell that?
My name is Greek in origin, has nothing to do with that, so... I just wondered, I've never had sex with a black girl before, and I just wondered if, I was just interested in trying it out, but...
You mean if you're not interested in the person, you're just interested in the object? The person as object?
She's also a...
Aaron, what are you asking us? What are you asking us? I don't get it.
Just... I don't know. Should I try that out? And
yes, if she's a good person, you're attracted to her, you want to end your relationship with your present girlfriend, enjoy.
She will represent all black people.
Marissa, 17.
Hi.
Hi.
I had a question for Felice.
Oh.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hold on. First, describe yourself. We'll get Felice a little sexed up here.
Okay, my name is Marissa. I'm 17, and I'm a lesbian.
Good for you.
And I've only
First
been
step
out
is admitting it, honey.
for a little while. And I have this girlfriend, and we've been together for like 5 months, and we're just starting to like be really intimate with each other. And we've tried some things, but not everything. And we were trying to get like more creative. So I was just wondering, like, some other stuff that we could do.
Well, you need
That's a great
the book.
question.
Is what you need.
Yeah, the book would help. Maybe you should get your high school library to order it.
Yeah.
Well, what kinds of things have you tried and that you like?
Like, I'm more of a surface person, and she likes penetration.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I heard of something, but I don't know what it is. What is tribidism?
That's
what is it? What would repeat that?
Tribidism or tribidism, and it's also sometimes called frottage, and it's when you rub your bodies together so that your genital areas touch and are stimulated, and you can rub your thigh between your girlfriend's legs. You can rub your crotches together.
Use pudding for that.
Yes, well, that's your version of the book, and and you might like that, especially if you're more of a surface person and you like, basically what I think you're saying is that you like clitoral stimulation and she likes penetration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might like that.
Okay. So is your book like everywhere? Because I've never heard of it.
Right. Well, it just came out. What town do you live in?
Hold on. What town do you live in, Marissa?
Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah. Where would she call? They had her number, right?
Right. Well, let me give you the 800 number. It's 800-780-2279. And actually, you can ask them for the name of a bookstore in Tucson where you could find the book.
Just order it there, too, right?
Yeah.
The first time I heard about frauderism was, Jimmy, from...
Frottage.
Frauderism, isn't that the...
It's tribidism or frottage.
Where did I get frauderism from?
You combined the two words and you invented it.
I invented it?
Yes, you just invented it.
Right Said Fred. That was where I first heard about that.
What?
Right Said Fred said he was into that.
Anti-sexy guy?
Yes, they had those two guys. Two guys were on the show many a year ago, and
with other guys, or
they weren't clear. They said they were talking about being at concerts and getting into.
Right, that's what kids used to call. Yeah, right? That's what I was going to say. That's what teenagers used to call dry humping.
Yeah, I'm for that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, hold on here. I'm looking for.
You say you should shave.
There's no one to shave up
when you do that.
Only if you want to.
Carter, 19. Hey.
Hey. First of all, I must compliment you guys because I listen to you guys and I admire almost everything you say. You most of the time, Dr. Drew and Adam some of the times. And then I have a question for your guest.
Yeah.
I got
This is a wacky little bastard. Huh?
What's that, Carter? Go ahead.
Never mind, Carter.
All right. I got a tongue piercing recently, and
Oh, no wonder you talk
We can
like
hear
that.
that.
yeah.
Thought
So
you were intoxicated.
How recently? Today?
Today.
Noon?
last night.
So you're eating baby food?
No, I'm eating ice and like soup most of the time.
Wow.
And occasionally food if I can put up with the pain, but I try and avoid that.
Well, it's all worth it, though, if you think about it, you know?
Yeah, that's
Because now you got that metal bead in your tongue.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of for magnets. So what I'm calling for is I've been told from other females that, no, not others, but females that I've been with, that I'm good at oral sex. But now that I have this piercing, I've been told it can enhance it. And I'm wondering what the techniques for that are.
Some girls will like that and some won't. And if someone likes, oh, that's disgusting.
Yes.
If that's horrible.
Thank you.
That doesn't even turn you on a little?
Not at all.
Really?
Not a bit. It's making me laugh.
Sounds like a dog drinking water.
It does sound like that. I'm sure it's one of my cats. If your girlfriend likes a lot of intense, direct clitoral stimulation, she might find that the little ball of the piercing enhances that. On the other hand, it might hurt like hell. So ask her.
You have cats?
Hey, wait a second. And be sure you let the damn thing heal before you do anything. That's very important. Do the
that's
proper,
really important.
proper washes and the proper. I've seen so many infected tongues.
Oh, don't have oral sex with someone until it's completely
Oh,
healed.
what other
That's
thing?
bad news.
Have it removed, you idiot.
Do you think the sum total of people that have those tongue piercings actually improve the receptive partner's experience?
I don't know.
Total?
I have no idea.
No, but
I don't want to even venture a guess.
I'll tell you what, though. What it does is it opens that area of conversation up right away.
And more than that, I think it projects, I'm into things.
Right, I'm into
Right,
something.
right. Someone with a tongue piercing does appear to be into oral sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Doris.
Does Doris have tongue piercing?
Yeah, she. I don't know if she had it taken out. She had it taken out. She used to have one. Listen, I worked with her for 2 years every day, believe me. I've had many an imaginary session with that tongue piercing.
But the main thing is don't stick it out of your mouth and click it on your teeth when you're talking to people.
Ugh. Jessica, 17.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
A few weeks ago, I had sex with this guy I met at a party, a one-night stand, and we used a condom, but I guess it broke or something because now I'm pregnant. And he's a Marine, and so he doesn't have a phone, and
How convenient.
Huh?
How convenient.
I know, and I don't know how to spell his last name, so I'm not really sure how I'm gonna get a hold of him.
You were at a party.
This is why it's so important to learn to spell.
Yeah.
You were at a friend's party.
I was at a block party,
Block party. So
Do you know anyone who knows him? Do you know for a fact he's a Marine? Could he have been making that up?
Yeah, I know for a fact.
Do you know where he's stationed?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's in Camp Pendleton.
Oh, well, march on down there and talk to his commanding officer.
A bunch of guys in
and make
San
the
Diego
boy pay.
Sweating it out right now.
Do you plan to see the pregnancy through?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think Dad might want to play a role. He certainly has a responsibility, and I hope he will proceed with this. Are your parents supportive?
Yeah, but he may never know about it.
That's the point. I think she needs to.
Yeah, that's why I really want to tell him. But
are your parents supportive of all this?
Yeah, my mom's good.
No dad.
No.
You have no dad.
He's dead.
What did he die from?
What?
What did he overdose on?
Oh, he didn't.
What did he die from?
Okay, that's another story in itself. But
what did he die from?
Asphyxiation, because he's into S&M.
Oh.
Accidental.
He was not an addict?
No.
Huh. And, Mom got pregnant when she was 16, 17?
42.
She got pregnant when she was 42?
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's 59 now?
Yeah.
Do you have other siblings?
Yeah, I have a brother.
How old is he?
He's 18.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, at least Mom's supportive. That's a good thing. You can talk to her about it. That's great.
Yeah.
Now you just got to find Dad. And I would network. I would call the Marines. I would do what you got to do to go out there and figure out who the person is. I don't know how else you do it. You got any ideas?
Oh, I don't know.
You guys are asleep. You're done.
I mean, really, though, it's... It's crazy. There's a Marine at Camp Pendleton who impregnated me. How could I find him, guys? Yeah, I didn't have a lot of experience in that area.
You didn't know LoveLine? We're just utility squad here.
I'd like to read a sentence from Felice's book, if I could.
Go ahead.
Felice, do you mind?
It's about fisting.
From the whole lesbian sex book. Yeah. Soon you'll be telling your partner exactly how to stimulate your butt! Exclamation point.
Read on.
Did you at least snicker a little when you wrote that sentence?
Oh, no, not at all.
No?
But I'm sure it's being taken out of context. Why don't you read the sentence before it?
Here's an opportunity to build up a vocabulary for anal sex.
Read the sentence before that.
Well, hang on a second, guys. I'm going to have you guys work on your vocabulary after we get back from the break.
All right.
He tickles our butts.
Let's have some more fun.
Okay, let's do LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine will be right back.
Well, here's how it's sampled.
55 seconds left in the show. How about that, Lisa? Got that one on the money. I was predicting when we'd be coming back. It's LoveLine. I'm Dr. Drew. Jimmy Kimmel, thank you very much for sitting in for Adam Carolla.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
It's always fun. Pleasure. And you'll be here again tomorrow night when we have as our guest Korn, who you just heard during that bumper in our intro. Felice Newman, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
The book is The Whole Lesbian Sex Book.
That is the book. I'm taking that book home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's pictures, I'd take it home, too. But there's a whole lot of words.
Sorry,
there's a nice chapter on how to have sex with a monkey.
Is Gina waiting up for you tonight, you think?
My wife?
Yeah.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Does she ever
waiting up? No, never once.
Okay. All right.
She was sound asleep when I got into the bathroom on our honeymoon.
That's nice. Okay. Well, this is Dr. Drew, and...
Well, now.
This has been LoveLine. The stuff expressed on LoveLine is not necessarily the stuff of the staff, management, sponsors, or anyone else, including Westwood One Entertainment. LoveLine is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingold. Now, please enjoy these birds.